To Casey Kane, dude, this ranks up there as one of my was one of my favorite all-time Fridays. And then he tweets again after final practice, which not only was he fastest on the speed chart, he was also fastest in lap averages. And I didn't realize that they had a Fast Friday award they gave away. I don't think they ever highlighted it, but Sports Clips has an award that they give away again for the person who ends up having in total the fastest lap times in car, and Dale Jr. won that. So then he tweeted this out. He says, "This was the best car we ever ran on Friday at Race Sonoma. All credit to Greg Ives and the Exalta Racing crew for the fast car fun stuff." And then the final tweet that he has here, and I don't think he's tweeted since qualifying finish, but he says, "Headed to the track for qualifying. Yesterday was good. Today is a new day. Nothing is guaranteed, but it should be fun. Go at it." So why is this more difficult when Dale Jr. is running this fast? It's more difficult, at least for me as a fan, because the expectations are high. Dale Earnhardt Jr. doesn't get off the truck this fast like ever. He's just never, as a driver, historically, has never been the kind of driver who just unloads this quick and leads all the practices. Nonetheless, leads all the practices at a road course. Nonetheless, leads all the practices at a road course that's Sonoma. And so as a fan, it makes me even more nervous because suddenly now the expectation is he should be able to go out there and win this race. You take Dale Jr.'s lap times and the Friday that he had with practice, and you apply it to almost any other driver, and you pick that driver to win. As a Dale Jr. fan, you just kind of go, I know that's the case, and I know that logically speaking, the fastest car should end up winning the race, but it just makes me more nervous. It's easier to go into Sonoma knowing he has a mediocre car and then hopefully walking away with a great finish. Like last year, he ended up finishing, third here, and it looked like for a while he was going to be vying for a win. And so now, heading into this race, I'm going, man, he actually has a legitimate shot to go and win this. Now, let's talk about qualifying. Okay. Oh, actually, first, hold on. Before I get to qualifying, my apologies. Let me talk about those tweets real quick. I said I was going to do that. Those tweets are exactly why I'm a Dale Earnhardt Jr. fan. Because there's no ego there. I mean, he's Dale Earnhardt Jr. He is the most popular driver in all of NASCAR. And here he is geeking out like he's Matt DiBenedetto, having a sixth-place finish at Bristol, acting like he shouldn't be like that. But there he is going, man, this is awesome. Like it seems as if he is very thankful and humble for who he is and when things go his way. That's why I'm a fan of Dale Jr. There's no ego there. There is no, this is how we should be, Of course we're going to run this fast. No, it's Dale Jr. going, man, I got a fast car. I'm the fastest on Friday. This is awesome. This is fun. It shows me how much he still respects and enjoys just racing as a race car driver, because that's what he is. People may think he's just a personality. People may go and make the ridiculous comment about how he's just riding on his daddy's coattails. But at the end of the day, no, he's a race car driver. He's doing what he loves. And it shows in his attitude, and it shows in his tweets, and it shows in the days when he's got the fastest car on the track, and he's not out there acting like he's not out there boasting about it. He's out there very humble, just going, man, this is awesome. Right? Just like, as if he was a rookie. That's why I'm a fan of Dale Jr. Now, as a fan of Dale Jr., having the Friday that we had, heading into qualifying, you do have an expectation that Dale Jr. is going to be able to grab the pole. Unfortunately, that was not the case here on Saturday.
The dark side.
That's right. The dark side of NASCAR came and bit Dale Jr. Not so bad. He ended up qualifying 13th. It didn't make it to the second round. He was quoted as saying in his post-qualifying interview that we just didn't see what everybody else had yesterday. It does not mean that Dale Jr. doesn't have a fast car. It does not mean that Dale Jr. cannot win on Sunday. It just means that the other guys didn't lay down as fast a lap as he did, and they went out there and did that. The reason why I'm still excited for the race is that he actually did qualify 13th, which is better than what he normally does. We know that he has a wicked fast car, And I'm more excited now with him qualifying 13th than I am with him grabbing the pole. And the reason for that is this. Now we've got a reset. Instead of, if Dale Jr. has the Friday that he had and wins the pole, here comes the expectation that he's going to win this race. Well, he's got the pole, fastest car. He's got to keep it there. That's a lot of pressure. And I was actually nervous for Junior and not all that surprised that he didn't qualify better than he did simply because of that fact. He was under a lot of pressure to perform. And he said that in his post-race interview. He said that he felt bad because he let his fans down. He expected to do better. But I'll tell you what, as a fan, I'm fine with him qualifying 13th because now the pressure's off. Dale Jr. is not the kind of driver who's ever expected to win at Sonoma. And he's not the kind of driver that is expected to win at Watkins Glen. But we have a fast enough car to win at Sonoma. We're starting close enough to the front where we have the opportunity to get up there. I'm excited for tomorrow's race. I think he is in the best position possible ever to pick up his first win at Sonoma in the Sprint Cup Series. I don't know if he's ever won there in Busch when he was running for the Busch Series. I'll have to do some research on that. I think we're in really, really good shape. And I'm really excited for tomorrow's race. So in terms of my prediction and his chances, this is a tough one, right? If we're at any other racetrack, I call him for the win. I've been horrible in my predictions this year. And, what can I say? I've been horrible in my predictions. I think I've been a little bit too overly optimistic. I'm going to say top 5. Just because anything is possible. That's what we need heading into Daytona. I'd like to say Dale Jr. for the win on Sunday, but again, just historically speaking, that's not the kind of thing that you expect from Junior. And with a car as fast as his, I think he's got every opportunity to keep it there up in front. But there's a lot of guys in that field that are arguably better at road courses than Dale Jr. that he's going to have to contend with. So, I top 5. I want to say top 3, but I'm going to say top 5. Do we have a shot at the win? Absolutely. Is it Dale Jr.'s best chance to win at Sonoma? Absolutely. But in terms of what we need to walk out of here with and what I think is a safe prediction for Dale Jr., it's a top 5. Let's once again hope that I am wrong and that he actually walks away with a win. Because he walks away with a win at Sonoma, and you're looking at back-to-back finishes. Because I've got high expectations for Daytona next weekend. I think they got the car figured out. I think they've got that car fixed. They fixed the problem with the splitter issue that they had at Talladega and they had at Daytona. And I think that he is going to be a car to contend with. And that's the race that he won last year. I'm really excited for Daytona next weekend. And at the moment, I'm really excited for watching Dale Jr. go left and right in wine country at Sonoma on Sunday. So there you go. Top 5. We have a shot at the win. Either way, I think it's going to be a great day for the 88, and hopefully this marks, after this off weekend, the turnaround in the team, and they start getting the car pointed in the right direction and start trending upward, heading towards this chase. So sit back, relax, enjoy the race. Thank you so much for checking out the podcast again this week. I really appreciate it. You can always drop me an email, talkshownerd@gmail.com, talkshownerd@gmail.com. You can also find me on Twitter at John Justice, Jon at John Justice. Follow me on Facebook, and also subscribe to the podcast if you don't already. If you see me tweet about the podcast on Twitter, drop me a retweet. I'd really appreciate it. Again, I do this out of my love for NASCAR, my fandom of Dale Jr., and I like talking NASCAR. This is my opportunity every week to hopefully provide you something that you can't get anywhere else, the Dale Jr. Race Preview Podcast. So have yourself a fantastic race. We'll talk to you again before Daytona next Saturday night. And until then, go Junior.
My Nerd World.
And finally, one of the most unusual pre-race prayers you will ever hear.
Heavenly Father, we thank you tonight for all your blessings. You said in all things give thanks. So we want to thank you tonight for these mighty machines that you've brought before us. Thank you for the Dodges and the Toyotas. Thank you for the Fords. And most of all, we thank you for Roush and Yates partnering to give us the power that we see before us tonight. Thank you for GM Performance Technology and the RO7 engines. Thank you for Sonoma Racing Fuel and Goodyear tires to bring performance and power to the track. Boogity, 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 amen. Boogity, 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 amen. That's the drivers unusual tonight. Boogity, 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 amen. Lord, I want to thank you for my smoking hot wife tonight, Lisa. And my two children, Eli and Emma, or as we like to call them, the little E's. Lord, I pray you bless the drivers and use them tonight. May they put on a performance worthy of this great track. In Jesus' name, boogity, 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 amen. Boogity, 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 amen. Boogity, 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 amen. Bless the drivers and use them tonight. Lord, I want to thank you for my smoking hot wife. Boogity, 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 amen. Boogity, 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 amen. Bless the drivers and use them tonight. Lord, I want to thank you for my smoking hot wife.
My Nerd World.